Namaskar friends, the idol of Ram Lalla has been consecrated in Ayodhya and the whole nation is full of bliss and enjoying this very fortunate and much awaited event. And many of my friends called me and asked me to interpret the impact of this consecration in Ayodhya on the nation and the persons who are following the Dharma, Hindu Dharma or Sanatan Dharma. So this video is before you, but earlier I had made a video on the Rama temple when it was going to start, and it was a bit controversial, but I will discuss that video in the last of this video, what was the controversy and what happened actually. But let us start discussing the Vastu of the Rama temple which has opened for the devotees. So the first thing that the Vastu about this is the Devalaya. This is the religious place. This is not the dwelling place for the humans like a factory or residence or office. So I have seen many videos on YouTube and interpreting the Vastu of the Rama, this temple as per the parameters of the human dwelling place, which is not correct. Human dwelling place are analyzed as per the parameters of Ekashiti Pada, means 81 units. But the divine places, the temples and everything which is divine related to a religion is analyzed as per the 64 units, dividing the whole unit into 64 units. So this was the biggest mistake I observed in many Vastu analysis on the YouTube. So, but I will quote in a very popular sloka verse of from the Brihad Vastu Mala Prasad. The verse is that चतुष्षष्ट पदम कार्यम देवताय नम सदा द्वारम च मध्यमम तस्मिन् समदिक्स्तस्थम प्रशस्यते. The meaning of this sloka or verse is that the divine place is always to be created or analyzed, taking it into 64 units of the whole space, and the gate of the that divine place is to be taken in the mid of the direction. That is the best. It is the sloka says. So if you see as per this, if you analyze the Rama temple in Ayodhya, the main gate has been kept in the mid of the east direction. And why east direction is good? Ek dwaram bhavet purvam. If this is the Prasad Mandan direction, ek dwaram bhavet purvam means if there is one gate, it should be in the east. This is for the Devalaya. Means religious place or temple. So we can see that the Rama temple in Ram temple in Ayodhya satisfied both the parameters. First thing, the gate is within in the mid of the direction and it is in the east. So it is going to be good and very fortunate for the whole campus. But another thing I want to attract here, the gate is in the two padas. Smaller part is in Indra Pada and the major part is in Surya Pada. Indra Pada, the implication of Indra Pada has been given in the scriptures that you will get the support of the royalty or government, something like this, which is prevalent and which you could see the chief minister of the state as well as prime minister of the nation was there to, and the consecration was performed with the hands of the prime minister of the nation. So the whole government support is there, and in future also it will be ensured due to the gate being in a part of the gate being in the Indra Pada. But what is the implication of the Surya Pada? Surya Pada means unit dedicated to the Lord Sun. The implication of the Surya Pada is the scriptures write anger. Krodha, the exact word they have used, the krodha, the meaning of the krodha in English is the anger. So how it is going to create anger? Yes, deity will be full of anger if something untoward happens. And this is the sentiment this is the very sentiment will be created among the devotees if they see something untoward happening. If some unethical happens, some illogical happens, the devotees of the temple will be full of the anger. In many cases, I have also devised a gate, especially if suppose that I will give an imaginary example. Suppose that there is a factory manufacturing explosives. I will create the gate in the anger gate because it befits the nature of the factory. But if a temple gate is in the anger, Surya Pada, giving anger, then this is the implication that the deity, the Lord Bhagavan Rama, the anger of Bhagavan Ram will come out if something untoward happens, and the same implication will be among the devotees. So this is the Vastu. But now I will come to the moment, the Muhurta, the auspicious moment in which the consecration happened. It was in the Aries ascendant. Aries ascendant is the owned by the Mars, and it is the movable, means action ascendant. There are four action-oriented ascendants: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and the Capricorn. Capricorn is owned by the Saturn. Saturn does not support any action. And the Cancer and Libra owned by the Moon and Venus are very soft. The only movable ascendant, Aries, it supports very powerful action. Mars is the planet of war. Mars is the planet of energy. Mars is the Senapati, the commander of the gods, ready to fight any time. It is the planet of blood. So this ascendant is owned by the Mars, and active, movable ascendant. In this, the consecration has happened. And I want to give an example, very bizarre comparison. Don't take it literally. The India as a nation was declared in the Taurus ascendant. It was fixed ascendant, but the Pakistan, its neighbor, was declared in the Aries ascendant, active, owned by the Mars. That is the reason it is always ready to fight without any reason. But the comparison ends here. The Aries ascendant at the time of declaration of Pakistan was very weak. And that is the reason why Pakistan remains always defeated, impoverished, and fraught with a lot of problems. But this Aries ascendant is very powerful, very strong in all respects. So if it will fight, the temple deity will fight, the deities of the deity will fight, they will be victorious. Always victorious. But the thing which I draw to attention, that they may be ready to fight. And the role of Mars doesn't end here. In the divisional charts, called Varga chart in the Sanskrit, in divisional charts, most important, the Navamsa, also called D9, again the ascendant is ruled by the Mars. And all the other divisional charts, majority of them are affected by the Mars. So ready to fight anytime, ready to war anytime. And the nakshatra, the star, Mriksira, in which the consecration has happened, this is also ruled by the Mars. So, totality, Mars, the commander of the planets, was ruling the Muhurta, the moment in which the consecration happened, the temple was opened. Now I will come to the deity, the idol of the Lord Ram, which is full of energy now, after the whole very complicated but very detailed consecration ceremony. The deity, there are three types of idols in any religious place, that is Sthanak, Asan, and Sain. Sain is when the deity is sleeping, like you must have seen the idol of Bhagavan Vishnu in Padmanabh Swami temple, say Rangam temple, Lord Vishnu is sleeping. And in some, I can't see any comparison, but Buddha temple, I can see, I had seen in some Buddha temples that Buddha is sleeping. The asan means sitting. and a lot of idols you must have, murti you must have seen in the stage position. But the asthanak one is when the deity is standing. So you must have seen a lot of idols. The asthanak one supports action, especially when it is in samapada, when both the feet are at the same level. You must have seen Krishna, the one foot is twisted. But when both the feet are at the same level, in the same position, it supports, it exaggerates the sentiment which is depicted by the idol. And best example is the idols of Jain Tirthankars. The idol is in the Sampada position in Asthanaka. So and what the idol wants to depict, the sculpture wants to spread the sentiment of relinquishment, sentiment asceticism, and they are very successful in spreading the asceticism and relinquishment. Majority of Jain Tirthankar temples are in this position, and some cases I have seen also the Buddha temple, Buddha Murti, the Buddha idol in this position. But what the Ram Murti, Ram idol in Ayodhya depict? Does it is giving message of relinquishment? No. Does it give asceticism? No. Ram is holding in one hand arrow and in one hand bow. Ram is not Ram is not expecting support from Kaushalya and Dasrath. He is self-sufficient. Three types of murtis or idols we would have created. One is the what great says Tulsidas have written, Thumak Chalat Ramachandra, means Ram is moving in toddling, tripping position. He is not stable. He is a small child. He may fall, but he is moving. And Dasrath and the queens are seeing and enjoying the tripping movement of Rama. One, it would have been. Second movement have been possible, very infant Ram eating something like Ram Lalla, and you must have seen the Laddu Gopal Murti of Krishna in the same position, moving on both feet and legs. This option was also ruled. The third option which we have chosen for the Ram temple, Ram is standing. His age is 5 years, but he is confident. He is not tripping. He is not toddling. He is confident, holding his bow and arrow, ready to fight. If something untoward happen, he will take his bow and arrow and will kill the person who is creating nuisance. This is the Ram. And when the idol is in Sampada and Asthanak Mudra, the fighting spirit will increase like anything. So the whole impact, and many times I feel that people don't plan these things. It happens. I don't believe that Indian government had planned the parliament building or the Kartavya Patha in a way that it has increased the anger, the aggressiveness of the nation. I don't think it has done something like this. If you have not seen that video, please see that. How the symbols on the Kartavya Path and how the symbols on the Raj Path, Ashtal Raj Path, how the symbols on the parliament are having increased the aggressive of the nation called India, Bharata. And in that video, I had said that due to these symbols, India will be very aggressive. India will increase the expenditure on defense to great extent. India will manufacture the armaments. India will export the armaments. India will be very, very valiant country, not to budge at any cost. And you must have seen that. You must have seen that how the India handled the Canada problem, problem with Canada, problem with Maldives. Everywhere India is not buzzing, ready to fight, ready to fight. The enemies of India are being killed in multiple countries. So India is reacting that way, and that is the impact of the symbols on the Kartavya Path and the new parliament. And if you not seen the video, please see that video. In the same manner, these symbols, the Muhurta and the Pada, Surya Pada will do this. India will fight. India will be aggressive. And believe me, I think that this temple is not for a particular religion. This is for the whole nation. And whole nation will be inspired by all these. Certainly it will happen. And I have done analysis of all these symbols with the help of parameters created from the yoga and tantra and so many things. And I have been very successful in using these symbols in the Vastu, in the corporate Vastu, creating logos for the company, and many people will testify this. And it will be, and on the basis of these experiences, I can say that this will happen in this case also. And lastly, I will talk about that video, which was a bit controversial. Actually, when the temple was started to be constructed, I knew that the temple is being constructed from the red color stones sourced from a mine in Rajasthan. So I put up the video that the temple should not be constructed from the red color stone. Because it creates controversies. It creates controversies. People don't come to a single conclusion. So, some trustee noticed this, and we came on the call. So I had to convince him that one of my friend was in the team which was in the land testing team for the temple. So I knew that this team had found that the base of the temple is very weak and something is to be done. So I asked the trustee whether you found that finding that the base of the temple is very weak and something is to be done. No, he said no. We were thankful that we got the right suggestion, right observation. Then I said that similar to the geoscience, the Vastu is also a science. If someone is saying with a good intent to caution you, you should take in positive spirit only. So somehow I convinced that my intent was very good. If you not have seen the video, you may see the video in which I had criticized the use of red color stones in the temple. But red color, I will come again, red color is the color of the Mars. It again gives aggressiveness, it gives the warriorness, it gives the fighting spirit. So all these things, the Muhurta, the Surya Pada entry, the timing, ascendant, everything, even the posture of the god, everything is indicating being prepared for fighting if there is something untoward. If there is some injustice, the whole energy of the temple will fight that. And the same type of energy will be disseminated in the deities of the Bhagwan Ram situated in the temple. So remain prepared. I pray to the God that the persons sitting at the hem of affairs and in the center as well in the state are able to harness this energy in a very positive direction for the welfare of the nation. And I believe that it must be your thoughts, your prayer also. Namaskar, I am Achary Kalki Krishnan from AstroDevam.com.